bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Yeah, we talk about the bad boy. Of course, y'all know they come from cops, and this is what this video is about. It's about cops. I want to do a brief video about it right now, so it's probably gonna be not the norm video that I would usually do. You know, when I do all the semantics, the animation, all that stuff. I'm just gonna make this real brief right now. And I'm planning on doing a show about this and probably do an open phone call so y'all can give y'all opinions about what I'm going to talk to y'all about. But oh hell, you know what? Let me not waste y'all time. Let me get straight into it. No bullshit news. What's up, good people? This your man Chris Storms. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Shout out to Miss Darcy Ann for sending me this story, and this is an interesting story that she sent me. Now, apparently, there's a cop operations thing going down in Chicago, whereas they run a truck around, I guess, certain parts of the city, leaving it there with full of Nike shoes and trying to draw out thieves. Very interesting. Before I go any further, I want to apologize because I know sometimes I watch a few of my shows, the recent ones I did, and I noticed sometimes the sound would go out for a second, then come right back in. I thought it was my microphone that I was using, but I see it's doing it with either microphone that I'm using, so I'm assuming it's the software that I'm using. It got a bug in it or whatnot, so if I go out, you know, don't blame it on me, blame it on the software, okay? But hopefully I don't go out and y'all can hear everything that I'm about to say right now. So without further ado, you know, let me play this news clip for y'all, and then of course I would read the article. All right, let's do it.
Major rail line is defending its use of so-called bait trucks full of new shoes. Elizabeth Matthews is live with more on that story. Elizabeth.
Don, railroad police tonight denying accusations that their so-called bait trucks were targeting young black individuals in Inglewood. They say it's all part of a regular sting operation, and Chicago police say they were only assisting.
The bait truck. This is what they're doing in the black community. Instead of preventing crime, they're trying to create crime.
Two amateur videos have exploded on social media showing unmarked semi-trailers parked on the south side of Chicago. At least one person said a trailer was unlocked and filled with Nike shoes to tempt residents to steal the product like bait.
Boy, if somebody come and touch that door, it's going to be police coming from everywhere.
In one video, you see officers pretend to arrest the driver and leave the truck unattended, but police are watching from a distance. A Norfolk Southern police spokesperson confirms they held a joint operation with Chicago police last week using the trailers, hoping to, quote, target individuals who have been breaking into freight containers at Norfolk Southern rail yards and nearby areas in Southside Chicago. Chicago police made it clear they were only assisting in this operation. Railroad police released these videos showing a man taking the so-called bait and using a box cutter to break into the trailer, going through unmarked brown boxes that were filled with Nikes and removing them from the trailer. Some in the community say this type of sting operation simply not fair.
Yeah, it's definitely racial profiling. They know we gonna get at it because we struggle, but we come to realization what they trying to do.
Some residents believe they were targeting the youth, but Norfolk Southern says the three people arrested range in age from 21 to 59. The contents inside were also not visible to neighbors, and the truck was locked. A railroad company spokesperson says freight theft has recently been on the rise on the south side of Chicago. People stealing things like consumer goods, guns, and ammunition. Corey and Don, back to you in the studio.
Thanks for the update, Elizabeth.
All right. Let me give my commentary. Then I'm going into the article because they apologize for what they have done. And shout out to my girl Darcy Ann for sending this whole story to me. I find it quite interesting. But here is my commentary on this. How many of y'all remember the show called Bait Car? These people would set up an operation sting, whatever it's a bike or some kind of car. Some of the cars, they'd be Cadillacs, fresh and clean. And they do the same thing that these cops did. And what they show on the show is that you got fools, they'll literally go up to this car and get in it and take out running. I mean, take out driving in the car. All right. I remember one episode when they did that, they actually lost the car because the signal to the cutoff thing wouldn't go or whatnot, where it got too far, some shit like that. But I haven't seen Bait Car in a while, and I don't even know if Bait Car even still comes on or not, you know. But if you have seen that show, then pretty much this is what they done here. They baited a truck full of shoes, and you saw what happened. You saw two individuals actually fell for it. Now, just like I was talking to Darcy today, because I told her to call me when she sent me this story, because I wanted to know what was the article about, because at the time I just couldn't read it. And she told me her concerns, and she called in when I do the show. You know, I let her speak her concerns herself to y'all, or what's her concern about it. But however, what I was telling her is, you know that you didn't purchase no car. You know you didn't purchase no shoes. So do you really think a person gonna get that hot-headed and get to argue with somebody and just leave a brand new car unlocked for somebody to steal? Do you really think somebody's gonna do that? Y'all don't nobody see that looking crazy? On Bait Car, they would do this. Did nobody see this looking crazy? And I always said about Bait Car, I said, you know, I don't think Bait Car is real because I don't think nobody can be that stupid. But I guess maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I just don't know how real Bait Car is. Maybe it's one of them series that this actually happened, but, you know, they doing reenactments of what actually happened. I mean, I just know these reality TV shows nowadays. I just don't know. But now, apparently this right here with the trucks is actual reality. You know, these folks saw, a couple of folks saw this truck, and they bit the bait. Now, you saw the guy that said, you know, he think it's racial profiling. I guess I can understand where he's coming from on that, but I can't just really say I can totally agree with what he's saying. And here's why. Again, you see a strange truck. You see a strange truck in your neighborhood filled with shoes. Nobody seen this odd? And then I heard they say where the cops said the truck was actually locked. So meaning if that was true, those two people that you saw in the video must have broke the lock on their truck and went and started stealing that stuff. So here's the thing. I get what the brother's saying. He feel like they being racial profile. But at the same time, though, can you really say it's racial profile? You got folks actually biting the bait. They can leave their truck there all day with their shit up in it. But who told you to go break into the truck and take what's not yours? It's called vandalism. All right? It's called stealing. Okay? So how can you get upset if the cops are setting up bait traps and you got people falling for it? I mean, seriously, that is plain and simple. How can you get upset with them if they sit in a truck right there and you got people that's actually falling for it and going stealing the merchandise? All right? But let's use the logic that y'all doing, that y'all getting upset with the cops. Who should you be more upset with? The cops baiting the trap, or our people who's actually falling for this mess and going to break into their truck? Because regardless of how you put it, in my opinion, you still broke into this truck. That's vandalism. And you stealing. There is no way around it. You can call it racial profiling all you want to. Like I said, in a sense, I can feel where you're coming from. But at the same time, if nobody put a gun in my head and say, Chris, go in the truck, steal that shit, don't blow your brains out, I totally did it solely on my choice. I did that my choice. Nobody made me do it. Nobody forced me to do it. Somebody else, probably even a couple people probably sent me out to do it, and I'm thinking I'm finna make a couple of hundreds off of stealing some Nike shoes. So who is there to blame when somebody actually fall for this? You can't blame the cops. You gotta blame your people who's falling for this. Seriously, you gotta blame your people who's falling for this. So to me, this is no different than bait car. When people see a car or a bike that's sitting out there, they know damn well it ain't theirs. When you hop on it and you move it, guess what? You stole it. Or if anybody see you taking and moving it, hey, they can report, say that you stole it. Even if you move it an inch, for what I heard, if you move it a couple of inches, you took the car and moved it without the person's permission. That's called stealing. So, you know, and now I want to ask this question right here. I want to ask this question. They say they're doing this to bring out thieves who've been hitting up freight trucks. I gotta ask y'all people a question. Would you rather have something like this happen and get people out your neighborhood that's actually doing crime? Or would you rather them just ignore your city or your neighborhood, period, and let these people continue to do these kind of crime in your neighborhood? Just a question. Just a question. I can't wait to see y'all answer. But anyway, I said I'm going to read the article, but it look like I'm kind of out of time. So, like I said, I'll probably do this again, depending on what time I got, because I'm supposed to be doing an interview tomorrow. So, I got to see that's still going on. But if I have time tomorrow after the interview or before the interview, which 9 times 10, probably after the interview, I will come right back live. We could do a call-in show, and I will read y'all the apology article that they made, you know, because I haven't read it yet. And I will replay this for everybody who will not be able to see it tonight. But for now, listen to the news clip. This is not my content. This is Fox 32 Chicago, I believe. And y'all get y'all thoughts on this. You know, maybe y'all see something different. You know, but like I said, racial profiling. I mean, maybe slightly. I mean, who knows? But at the end of the day, though, you made the choice to break into that truck and go steal the merchandise that was in that truck. Just like bait car. When you saw that car was right there, and you know it wasn't your car, you chose to get in that car, you take it for a joyride, you stole it. It's all there is to it. So stealing ain't got no race to it. Anybody can steal, whether you white or black. Anybody can steal. Stealing has no race to it. Stealing has no color to it. Anybody can do it. And on that note, this your man Chris Storm. Thank y'all for listening. Catch y'all next time. Peace.